Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Barbie Dolls of the Week. This week we're going to talk about multiple dolls that I have out. I had a hard time deciding what to talk about, but I did come to a decision. But before we do that, excuse me, let me answer a few questions that have come in, and thank you again, those of you who are sending questions. I think that's an interesting way to communicate back and forth. So, first of all, what made me become a doll collector? Was a question that was asked. I don't really think there was one particular thing that I'm aware of. I really don't know, to be honest. But what I would say is, the minute I saw dolls in the stores or, with my sister's dolls or somebody else, other people's, I loved them. I thought they were so cool, to use kind of a dated word. I just thought, well, how wonderful. You can style their hair, you can change their clothes, you can sort of mold them, so to speak, in the way that you want them to look. And I like to play stories with them. So, when I wasn't allowed to have dolls as a child, I had the little people and I played stories with them. So, or, made up stories. So, anyway, that's what I would say is my closest answer to that. The other question that same person asked is, are there any other doll collectors in my family? The answer is no. In fact, I don't know any other doll collectors in my family, my friends, anyone that I have known for years. None of them collect toys, let alone dolls or figures. Um, the that's why it's nice to meet people who are doll collectors, especially local people like Scott, that I'm hoping to do a video with one of these days, and also people that I've known in the past from the doll collecting group that I was a part of, our club. So, another question is, do I collect any dolls or doll like toys besides Barbie? The answer is yes, I do. If you look up this way, you see all these Megos or Migos, as I find out that they're called. Those to me are a form of a doll or a figure, and I've collected those for years. I also collect celebrity dolls, like a Cher or Farrah, Charlie's Angels dolls. And also, I'm a huge Planet of the Apes fan, so I collect Planet of the Apes dolls and figures. And mostly would be called figures, but some of them are more like dolls. So those are some examples of some of the other things I collect. So really, honestly, I collect a lot more than just Barbie. But today we're going to focus on Barbie. And what I thought I'd do is, there's a type of Barbie doll, or a group or a series or whatever you want to call them. You know how I've talked about the Dolls of the World, which I love and have loved for years. Well, this next series that I'm going to talk about today is sort of like that, where there's some each year or most years, and those are what I call the beach dolls or the swimsuit dolls. And of course, they're on the lower end of the spectrum of the price. They're usually the lowest ones or cheapest ones. But there have been some great ones over the years. Now, I have to say, nowadays, I am not a fan of these dolls. I would not buy them. They just don't appeal to me, in the recent years. But there have been some great ones. So, what I found myself doing is I'm starting to go back and, collect some of these from the past. For instance, Tropical Splash, dolls, the Sensation dolls, things like that. But today I'm going to talk about some of the ones I do have, which brings me back to another question that was asked, and that was, do I collect all the dolls in a series or just certain ones? And I have to say, it depends on the series, but I collect the ones I like. So I don't just purposely collect all the dolls in a series, because sometimes I just don't care for certain ones. So it's usually the ones I like. Sometimes that is the whole set, though, or if I get a deal on a whole set. Now, I'm going to start today with the Sunsational Malibu Barbie. And here's the one that I have. and she's in the purple bathing suit that I'm sure many of you know. She's got the red sunglasses. Now, obviously, this doll has been taken out of the box by a prior owner, and then it's been taped at the bottom. And one of these days, I'm gonna just take it out. Oh well, maybe today I'm gonna take it out because it opened right up. So, and I may have before, I don't remember, but here's this doll, and I'm not even sure her sunglasses are in here. I don't see them, but obviously her bathing suit tie was not tied like that before in the front, so that's a clue. The hair on this doll is not the nicest, I have to say, and of course it's all messed up. It feels kind of clumpy or something, but I still like this doll. It's got so much history. These dolls, these Sunsational Malibu dolls, here's some of the pictures on the back. So you have Malibu PJ, which is a beautiful doll, and Christy, beautiful doll. Skippers, I don't really get into skippers, so I don't have hardly any, and I don't have this one. But anyway, this is the Sunsational Malibu line. This is from boxes dated 1981, so probably on the shelves in 82. So that is the Barbie in the series. Now, I also have the Christy and the PJ and the Ken. So I do have this whole set. Now, the Christy is right up in the corner. I forgot to grab her. Let me grab her. Oh, I just forgot she was up here. So here she is. In very good shape, by the way. Her hair feels a lot better. She does have her sunglasses. I bought her loose out of the box, so there is no box. But here's her friend. So actually, I should maybe put these two together. Also, PJ, I have out of the box. Now, I have two different PJs, and I'm not sure. Let me see something. Looks like this is the one with the blue eyes. I bought this one through a lady on one of the Facebook groups, and she's in obviously not the original bathing suit, but she's in pretty good condition. She does have a spot on her forehead. I'm not sure what that's from. She's such a pretty doll, though. Such an interesting look, I think, and actually looks quite different than Barbie. Now here's the other PJ I have, which I got later in a different auction or somewhere, I don't remember where. And I put her in this dress. I thought she looked really nice in it. But you can see where her hair must have been in pigtails at one time or something like that. Let me see if this doll, yeah, see this doll's hair was in pigtails, so I'm sure that's the same one. And I thought she looked really good in this dress, and I kind of like her hair just down like that. And it's kind of hard to get her hair to do much, but she looks good like this. I love this dress, by the way. It's one of my favorite vintage dresses from the, I believe this is from the 80s, but I'd have to look. I've looked it up before. So that's PJ from that group. So I believe those are the same PJ. Okay, so that's the Sunsational Malibu dolls I want to show you. Oops, wait a minute. I'm sorry, there's one more. I forgot about this one because she's not on the back of that box. But this is Sunsational Malibu Barbie, the Hispanic version. And I had the Ken too. I'm not sure where he is right now. But, I don't know if she... Yeah, see... By the way, she has a price tag from Toys R Us. $5.97 was her original price. I think sometimes it's interesting. She's also, to know the price, but she's also been taped or retaped at the top, so I don't know if she was taken out or not. It kind of looks like she was still in the same box, not taken out, so maybe just tape was put on there. So that finishes up the Sunsational Malibu as far as what I have. Like I said, I think I have the Ken from what I bought years ago, but he's somewhere else right now, so we're not going to worry about it. Island Fun Barbie is another great series that I believe I have touched on before, but I wanted to bring this one back up from 87. This one has the group photo here on the back, and again, not everyone is actually represented there because the Steven is not shown, and actually, neither is the Christy or the black doll. So this is not the whole one, but I do have the whole set. I brought two in today to represent this set, and that's the Christie, which it does say Christie at the top. I love her hair, that light brown. It just makes her look different, gives her sort of a different personality. These dolls have really long hair, by the way. You can see on the side here. Well, I mean, long. I guess I shouldn't say really long when you're talking about dolls like Jewel Hair Mermaid or Totally Hair or Hollywood Hair or something like that. But this is Christy, and she has a yellow bathing suit with the orange wraparound at the bottom here. And you can see it on the doll, even better. The pink lei. These dolls have so much character, and I think that they were such good quality dolls compared to the ones that are made today. So I'm just not a fan. I'm sorry, but I'm not. Okay, and this was the Hispanic doll in the series, Teresa, as it says at the top. And she has an orange bathing suit with the blue wraparound. I love all the colors, the thought that went into these. There's a lot of thought. And I think that was all I wanted to mention. There's, of course, an Asian version of this, which I didn't bring in. There's only so many dolls I can show in one video. Now, Sun Gold. Now, sometimes I get Sunsational Malibu and Sun Gold a little bit confused. And I have, let's see where she's at. She's up there now, I think. I don't know. I move some around sometimes and I'm not sure where they are. But here's the Sun Gold Malibu PJ in the box. And this is one that I have out of the box as well. And that's the one I was just looking for. She has this silver bathing suit. And here's a picture of the Ken from the series, which I do have up on that shelf. Actually, I should have grabbed him. And Skipper, and of course Barbie, who I have back in the closet. Not on display right now. So that's PJ, and again, a gorgeous doll. I know she's really popular with collectors. So this series was from '83, out on the shelves in '84. So you know what I want to do is I want to go through and I want to write down all the beach series from the early '80s to at least the late '80s and see what I have, which I have some of that written down, and what I'd still like to get. But I'm also, as I said, going back and filling in some of the others that I don't have. The last series I want to mention today is the Tropical series. And here is one of my very favorite tropical Barbies. And that is, and she was open at one, oh, she's open at the bottom. That is Tropical Miko. Gotta show you her out of the box. Look at that braid. I love it. It's just so pretty. And I love the yellow headdress type thing. These were my favorite bathing suits of all the Beach Barbie collections. These tropical Barbie suits. And they just fit like a glove. This is just such a beautiful doll. But, I'm so partial to the Asian dolls, and I always have been. I love the Hispanic and black dolls too, but the Asian dolls are probably my favorite. So, again, this is Miko from this series, and I also brought in a couple others from that series that are the actual Barbies. Her little yellow thing is a little weird, the way it's on here, but I'll fix that later. And somebody redid her braid, and so it's kind of a mess right now. But again, she is a pretty doll. I was never as fascinated with the blonde dolls, but... And then one other example of her is this one, who somebody cut the hair, and I've kind of restyled it a bit just to make it look nice. And her bathing suit is a little faded, but same doll, I believe. Let's look at them together. I'm told they're the same doll. Yeah, they kind of look like it, I guess. Sometimes it's hard to tell. What do you guys think, if you can tell? Do they look like the same doll? I think they are. Now, obviously not the same bathing suit. So, I'm going to wrap up for today, but those are examples of why I love some of these beach slash swimsuit Barbie dolls and their whole, collection of friends. Oh, one last one. I don't think I showed her yet, did I? I don't have in front of me right now which series this one is from, but I believe it's just a Malibu doll. Um, hair's not in the best shape, but she's got the tan line, so Malibu. So anyway, this is the PJ from that series. With that, I'm going to wrap up and keep sending in those questions. Let me know if you have any questions about these dolls today and which ones you like. Thank you for watching.